Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today we're moving on to the second episode of kitchen staples and flavorings and seasonings in the kitchen. And this week we are covering spices. If you haven't checked out last week's video on herbs, I encourage you to check out that. The link is in the description. So let's get started with spices. I love using spices and herbs in the kitchen. As mentioned last week, herbs are leaves, stems, and flowers of the plant. Spices, which we're covering today, originate from the bark, the stems, the roots, the seeds, and the buds of a plant. Spices are flavored and aromatic parts of the plant and used as flavoring, condiments, or aromatics. Spices are almost always used in their dry form, with some exceptions for horseradish, ginger, turmeric, and wasabi. Spices can be purchased whole or already ground. And of course, it is recommended to, whenever possible, buy your spices whole and grind them fresh, because ground spices tend to lose their potency over a short period of time. Properly stored spices can retain their potency for up to 6 months, but they have to be kept in a tightly closed container in a dark, cool place away from heat, just like herbs. There are a few crossover plants that are considered both an herb and a spice, and those include dill, which is considered an herb for its leaves and a spice for its seeds. Cilantro, which is an herb for its leaves, but its seeds are called coriander, as we briefly discussed in the last episode. Fennel is an herb for its leaves and a spice for its seeds. And lovage is an herb for its leaves and a spice for its seeds, and its seeds are celery seeds. There is, as mentioned, a huge number of spices on the market today, and they include the following: ajwain, which is bishop's weed; Aleppo pepper, which has a deep red powder similar to chili powder but not quite as dark; allspice; Amchoor, which is mango powder; anardana, which is dried pomegranate seed; anise, which should not be confused with star anise. Anise has a much stronger flavor than star anise. Annatto seeds, bearberry, bay leaf, cocoa, capers, and capers are the dried, unopened flowers of a Mediterranean bush which have been pickled. Caraway, cardamom. Cardamom comes in green, black, and white, and has a hint of lemon and mint flavor. The whole pods and seeds are used or ground. Cardamom is native to the Indian subcontinent and Indonesia, and is grown in tropical areas including in India, Malaysia, and Costa Rica. It is used in Indian and Middle Eastern cuisine. White cardamom is a bleached version of green cardamom. Black cardamom is grown in the eastern Himalayas. As with most spices, if you buy it already ground, it will not be as potent as if you grind it for yourself right before use. There is no true substitute in cooking for the flavor of cardamom. Cardamom pairs well with poultry, red meat, lentils, rice, baked goods, sausages, and in tea. Carob, cayenne, celery salt, chilies. Some very common chilies on the market include jalapenos, which have a fresh and grassy taste; chipotle and adobe. There are a number of different chilies on the market, ranging from mild and sweet to very, very, very hot and spicy. I encourage you to look into all the different kinds of chilies that may be available to you in your area. There's chili powders, cinnamon or cassia, cloves, coriander, cumin, curry leaf, dill, dried lime, fennel. Fenugreek. In order to use fenugreek, you'll need to soak the seeds or grind them. And fenugreek is most notably used in garam masalas. They come from the botanical family Fabaceae, which also includes alfalfa, chickpeas, and peanuts. Next we have Filet Powder, which is a spicy herb made from the dried and ground leaves of the North American sassafras tree and is commonly used to thicken gumbo. Garlic, ginger, grains of paradise, which are often used in replacement for peppercorns, horseradish, which looks similar to ginger in root form, juniper, lemongrass, lemon myrtle, licorice. Yes, licorice is a spice. Mahleb. And Mahleb comes from the seeds inside a cherry stone of a very specific species of cherry tree, the St. Lucia cherry. It grows in Central and Southern Europe, Iran, and parts of Central Asia. The flavor is hints of cherry, rose, and/or bitter almonds. It's mostly used as a baking spice and pairs well with dairy. It works well in rice puddings, creme brulees, and cheese tarts. The best spice mix using Mahleb is equal parts ground anise, ground fennel, and ground ginger, and ground Mahleb. And this spice is very popular in Armenian baking. And we have mustard seed and Nigella seed. And Nigella seed is a little known spice in North America. It's slightly bitter and has pungent notes of onion, oregano, and black pepper. It is used in Indian, Middle Eastern, and North African cuisines, in root vegetable dishes, and with squash dishes. There are a number of substitutions for Nigella seed, and they include celery seed and cumin seed, poppy seed, black sesame seed, caraway seed, and fennel seed. These will all stand out adequately for replacement, some for the flavor and some for the appearance. Nigella seed is sometimes referred to as black cumin. Recipes that call for onion seeds are actually referring to Nigella seeds. Onion seeds are not available as a food ingredient. Nigella seeds are native to Eastern Europe and Western Asia, but have naturalized over a much wider area, including parts of Europe, North Africa, and east to Myanmar. Next we have nutmeg and mace, and mace is similar to nutmeg but more delicate. Paprika, peppercorns, which come in black and white, green, pink, and Szechuan. Poppy seeds, rose, saffron, and saffron is the most expensive spice in the world, going for between $5,000 and $10,000 a pound. Sesame seeds, sumac. Sumac is found in the high plateau areas of the Mediterranean, Turkey, and parts of Iran, and subtropical and temperate regions throughout the world, including East Asia, Africa, and North America. Sumac is related to the poisonous shrub by the same name, but the culinary variety is safe to use and easily identified by its vibrant red berries. Poisonous sumac has white berries. They have a similar smell and taste to lemon, but not as sour. Sumac is good for meat rubs, flavoring in vegetable dishes like eggplants, seasoning homemade hummus, lamb, and duck. It is best used when sprinkled over a dish before serving. It is a good choice for wanting a lemon flavor to your dish, but not wanting to add the liquid of a lemon to the recipe. As with any herb or spice, make sure that they have not added a salt component to the mix. If they have added salt, reduce the amount of salt called for in the recipe. Sumac blends exceptionally well with other spices such as allspice, chili, thyme, and cumin. The most common use for sumac is in a spice called za'atar. Sumac is used as a garnish or for dye or a tanning agent, as well as for medical uses. Tamarind, which is actually a fruit, the seed of a tamarind plant is a spice that needs to be roasted or boiled and turned into a paste before use. Turmeric, wasabi, and wattle. Very quickly, I'm just going to go through some popular herb blends which are on the market for you to purchase today, or that you can actually mix at home on your own. Some most popular herb blends on the market. Most herb and spice blends are ready-made blends, are usually and store them properly. Chinese 5-spice powder is considered to have all the flavors: sweet, sour, bitter, salty, and savory. Chinese 5-spice powder is made with star anise, cloves, cinnamon, fennel seed, and Szechuan or regular peppercorns, and is Chinese in nature. Curry powder is made of turmeric, cumin, ginger, and black pepper, with some variations which include cinnamon or garlic. Curry powder is native to the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia. Fine herbs is equal parts fresh tarragon, parsley, chives, and chervil, and sometimes thyme. Herbes de Provence is made of thyme, basil, rosemary, tarragon, savory, marjoram, oregano, and bay leaf, and hails from the Provence region of southeast France. Masala is whole spices of cinnamon, mace, peppercorns, coriander seed, cumin seed, and cardamom pods, which have been toasted and ground into a powder. Masala is an Indian spice. Egyptian meat spice includes cumin, ginger, cinnamon, and cloves, and is of Egyptian origin. Italian seasoning includes basil, oregano, rosemary, thyme, and marjoram, and originated somewhere along the Mediterranean. Pickling spice is a mix of mustard seed, allspice, coriander seed, cloves, ginger, red pepper flakes, a bay leaf, and cinnamon stick. Pumpkin pie spice can easily be made and tailored to your taste at home and without the additives some blends may contain. Quatre SPICES is white pepper, ginger, nutmeg, and cloves, and is a French spice blend. Ras El Hanout, a North African Moroccan blend, is cardamom, cumin, cloves, cinnamon, nutmeg, mace, allspice, dry ginger, chili peppers, coriander seed, peppercorn, sweet and hot paprika, fenugreek, and dried turmeric, and hails from North Africa and Morocco. Seasoned salts are blends of table salt with herbs, spices, and other flavors, and sometimes monosodium glutamate or MSG. Taco seasoning is a mix of chili powder, ground cumin, dried oregano, sea salt, black pepper, ground paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, and crushed red pepper flakes. Now you can see if you had any number of these spices in your home, you can recreate these spice blends on your own, or you can come up with your very own tailored spice blend. It's all up to you. I think that's it for spices today. I hope you found the list of spices very interesting. I hope you've heard of some new ones that you are excited to learn more about. If you liked what you saw here today, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, please leave me a message in the comments section below and let me know how I can improve my videos. And as always, have a wonderful day.